Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of my Let's Play of the YogBox. This is episode 24 now. I'm just going to make sure I've got the volume okay. Don't want it to be too loud. So in the last episode I set up this little potion making machine and brewed myself some potions of swiftness and some potions of regeneration and a few other cool things while making some glowstone and doing some other stuff there. So what I have decided that I'm going to do in this episode is I'm going to do some thermcraft. I'm basically going to go to the Twilight Forest because I've had a few people asking me, well, what's in the Twilight Forest and how do you get to the Twilight Forest? So I'm going to start by, I guess, showing everyone. So to get there, what you have to do is I'm hearing someone walking. So I'm a bit creeper paranoid at the moment. Oh, it's a duck. Yeah, I'm a bit creeper paranoid. So what you do is you put a whole lot of flowers or mushrooms or natural things in a pattern around a 4x4 hole. You then pour water in the hole and throw a diamond in there. A lightning bolt then comes down and turns it into a portal. So the most important thing is there has to be grass on all of the blocks around it, so it can't be, well, certainly from my experience, it can't be just plain dirt and it can't be stone, so it's got to be naturey, sort of foresty. So this is the Twilight Forest. Just checking out what I brought with me, a fair chunk of stuff. So what I'm going to look to try and do is try and just show you around a little bit and give you a bit of a, I guess, a bit of an idea of what's here and what kind of things you can find. So as you can see, there's these deery sort of things that are new mobs. There's these trees, these bugs that kind of light things up. Now it's a perpetual twilight here as well, so it's kind of difficult to navigate your way around. So I find the best way, as with most things, is to just make a nice big tall pillar. And throw a torch on top. The downside is there's so many trees in the Twilight Forest that you can't really see where you're going. So in order to fix that, I'm going to make a crafting table and I'm going to make myself an axe. I'm going to hack a few of these trees down. I don't want to hack down these special trees with the black dots because I'm not sure about those. I'll just hack down these normal sort of trees. It should have been a bit better planned, and I should have brought something else with me, but we'll deal with that when we have to. For right now, it's tree cutting time. What I really want to do is just try and clear a bit of an area out around me so that it makes my pillar a little bit more visible so I can find my way back here. I'm also going to try not to head too far away from where I started, and thankfully I started right next to this big blue pool, so I should be able to see that when I look to come back to it. Wow, there's some big trees. So being that it is a giant forest, there are lots and lots of trees around. You could even call it an abundance of trees. So if you need to get wood, this is the place to come. I would normally suggest replanting all the trees you cut down, but in this case I don't think that's really going to be a problem. And like I said, I really want to try and really hollow this out so it stands out on the map and you can really kind of see what I'm looking for. So a few more trees cut down. Should make it nice and clear. And now I want to find myself a thermcraft pillar, I think it is. Yeah, so I think the pillar, well, it makes it sound like a portal. An obelisk, that's what it's called. Ah, there we go, perfect. I knew there was one around here somewhere. So now that I've found it, I'm gonna throw some torches around here to make sure it really stands out. Then I'm gonna run some torches, a little double torch just there so I know which direction to head off in. head off this way, then we just follow the torches, because I can imagine it's going to be really easy to get lost here. That should be beautiful. Should have no trouble finding my way back at all now. So now the next thing that I need to be able to craft what I want is I need to start by getting some Viz. Viz is like the magical energy that Thermcraft uses for pretty much anything. So to do that, I need to get my this thing here, and I need to get an ender pearl. And I'm not sure how much energy ender pearls are worth. Actually, I'm not even sure if I can transmute an ender pearl. I know from checking out some wikis and from some other things there is ways to make them, but you'll just have to bear with me for a few seconds while I work out how. Okay, welcome back. Turns out I was wrong. According to the wiki, I should be able to put an apple in and get an ender pearl back. For some reason that's not working. Yeah, according to an apple, a bed, an egg and an ender pearl should all be worth the same energy. So let's try the whole crafty thing and see if that works. 3 flowers, 6 flowers. Come on. I'm really not feeling this at the moment. Yeah. I'm definitely doing something wrong. I'm not sure what it is yet, and unfortunately I really need an ender pearl to be able to do this next step. I'm going to head back and see if I can find an enderman. Because without an enderman, this is pretty much a useless prospect. The only thing is, how on earth would I attract an enderman? And if I did attract an enderman, how on earth would I kill him? There has absolutely got to be some way to get an enderman. And I'm sure it had something to do with apples. Maybe if I take a Philosopher's Stone and put... maybe I need more than 2 apples. What's redstone? Thinking maybe I need like some string or some wool or something like that. Sugar? No. There's got to be something here that works for me. No, these things are all useless. Just gonna stuff around with a few more recipes because obviously endermen don't spawn till night. I don't know what netherwort gets me. No, can't use netherwort. Okay. 2 apples I can get. A detector rail. And to turn a detector rail back into an apple. If I turn a detector rail back into bread and do something with that. Steak. What are you with, Mr. Steak? Just got too much stuff. Who would have ever thought I'd have too much stuff? Definitely don't want to throw that. Wood planks I can afford to throw you. Come on, this can't be that hard. Another steak. Seems to be some problem with it actually giving me so what's a steak worth? 26. What's another brick worth? Nothing. Bread's worth 24. Netherrack? Too much. I know I've seen a recipe somewhere for how to make one of these things. I just have to work out what it is. It's not steaks. Okay, sorry, but this is just going to have to bear with me. I need to make this ender pearl. Okay, I've worked it out now. I just need bones. Bones make ender pearls. Hopefully I have bones. Sweet, I have bones. Put you back there for now. So now we should be able to bone one ender pearl. The Philosopher's Stone is the gift that keeps on giving. What don't I need? Don't need redstone. Don't need gunpowder, sugar, crocodile hide, wheat. So much stuff I just don't need here. Well. Ooh, I don't know what that did. Now when you press the R key, it resorts your inventory just in case you think you might not have the right stuff. So I need to make 4, I think it is, pieces of smooth stone. Okay, so yes, I need to make 4 pieces of smooth stone, and then I need to put those 4 pieces of smooth stone with an ender pearl and a furnace, and that will make me a crucible. You might say, what is a crucible? A crucible is a thing that takes Minecraft items and converts those Minecraft items into their equivalent weight in energy. Magical energy. Yeah. Not standard energy, magical energy, which is much more impressive, I guess. So the important thing about magical energy is that you can then use it to do cool stuff that you can't do with non-magical energy. I don't actually really know very much about Thermcraft. I've only just started experimenting with it, as you can see by the fact that I have no idea what any of the recipes are. Oh, you're not currently doing your job. You're not doing your job either. Like on my glowstone in there. What should be happening is this should be popping out really good fuel, which I can then put in there. Okay. So now we have this recipe, which is 1 furnace, 1 ender pearl, 4 pieces of smooth stone, and you have a thymic crucible. That's a really complicated name for something that just turns stuff into this purpley goo. Come on, almost there. Oh. Once again, it's getting the better of me and I didn't even realise it. So, time to go back to the area where I was. And when I'm back there, I'm going to put my crucible to some use. Whoop, in we go. Okay, just saving a bit of time in the video there, I just turn it off. Okay, so over in the direction we need to go. So basically the way this mod works is you put down your crucible, like so, and then anything that you want to convert into energy you throw into it. And if it's not worth any energy, it'll spit it back out. So, as you can see, my piece of cobblestone jumped back out because it ain't worth squat. Let's try my blocks of wood. So as you can see, my block of wood went in and there's a little bit of purple liquid in the bottom. And you throw lots of wood in and you end up with what looks just like a tiny little bit of purple liquid in the bottom. The way this energy conversion thing works is the more rare and the more hard to get the item is, the more it's worth when it converts it. So, you know, wood is obviously fairly easy to get, so it has quite a low value. Now this just here, I just got shot with a poison dart by the looks of things. Not liking you, time for you to die. Okay, this is a spawner, and it would appear to be a goblin spawner. This is another thing that's new to this mod. Hopefully, goblins don't spawn outside. Nope, spawn inside, great. So there are lots of things that I'm going to use that for in the future. The most important thing is I'm going to use it as like an XP catcher, so I can just work out how to make a mob trap out of that. Just got to stop getting poisoned. Oh, they're killing each other. Sweet. Let me help a bit. I want your gold. And I want your XP balls. Definitely your XP balls. Come on, give me your gold. Not gonna work. So yeah, back to my crucible over here. Ooh. Must have been one of those shots that missed me. So yeah, pretty much everything should work. So I can just throw that leather that I just picked up in there. Throw some glowstone dust in. Ooh. As you can see, glowstone dust took a while to dissolve, so it's worth quite a bit of energy. Won't throw my steak. I'll throw my raw beef in. Raw beef didn't take long. Melon. Melon doesn't take long either. So basically that's just filling up. So now what I need to do is I need to find something to take the energy out of this and put it into. Now the reason I'm building it in here near this thing here is once I eventually get this to overflow, the material that comes out is quite dangerous and quite volatile, and sometimes it'll turn into these things called thematic slimes, and sometimes when you kill those slimes they drop a crystal, and those crystals, as you can see with every mod that's good, it takes a bit of effort to get it to work. Those crystals can be used to create something that when you put it near this thing will actually extract that magical energy out of the air very slowly, but will do it, and so you can use it to power things that way. So these are kind of, the goals of what I want to get to eventually, but it's probably just going to take me a little while to get there. So I think I'll call this video now. Thank you very much for watching. A Stocky out.